another thing being a Badato as well, that I thought it was hard was, even though that my brother paved the way for me to fight, he became a world champion by the time I was in my teens. It's kind of like people expect you to be as good as him, and to fill in someone else's shoes, and especially big shoes, it's really hard. So I had this a shadow cast over me, and I remember me and my middle brother were fighting, and there's been fights where I just don't want to be there. You know, just the heart wasn't into it. I was only fighting because my brother was a fighter. And then I remember taking a loss to the chin, and I really had to soul search that night. And I was like, you know what? I can use that as an excuse, or I can fight. And when I said I was going to fight, no more using the whole shadow as an excuse. No more using my brother's a world champion, so I have to be a world champion. No, if you want to fight, Michael, you got to fight. So, yes, it's all good when your family is a world champion, but you've got to learn to take the chin. You got to take the hits. And yes, I learned to take the hits. And what do you know? I've now become a 4 times world champion. So,
and was it a matter of filling shoes, or and I guess where I'm going with this one is, like Tim Tszyu right now, he's making some waves, right? Yep. But I remember when he, not his last fight, but the fight before that, which was, I think, at Bank West
Stadium
against Morgan from New Zealand and stuff. And he really announced, like, to the world, he was like, and by the way, my name is Tim, right? Did you have that same problem? Because obviously leading up to that event, everyone was always like, he's getting these fights because of his surname, right? They were basically like, you're living in your father's shoes and all that. And he really made a point of that and said, I'm Tim. I'm not Costa Tszyu's son. I am Tim. Now, did you have that same problem?
I did have that same problem. And I'm actually happy that you mentioned that, because that was exactly how I felt. To have like the shoulders on your world and to fill in someone else's great shoes, it is hard. It really, really is hard. And it's so easy to use an excuse of that to make you fall, but there's got to be something deep down inside you, even deeper, to be like, nah, stop using that for an excuse. And by the way, Tim, if you're listening to this, you're doing it well. You are riding it and you are carrying it really, really well, because I know exactly how it feels to be cast over with a massive shadow over you, and I know how it feels to try to fill in those shoes. But you know what? He's wearing it well, and he's knocking people out, not just because of his dad's name, it's because of his hard work and talent. And I think he's going to do well in the world of boxing. So, yeah.